In Hausamadad, Combined Task Force Strike doesn't just fight the insurgents with weapons and bullets. They also use a very effective, non-lethal tactic. Sergeant Mike Monroe will tell you.
With a literacy rate of under 12%, Afghanistan is in great need of education. The soldiers of Strike Force have helped move the Zari district towards that goal.
It's very important. I think it shows around our lines of effort and just how one of the things we want to do in here. I think it's a lot about just getting rid of the Taliban and securing the Afghan people, which we're doing, just like Highway 1. I think here we've got the mosque refurbishment kit. The mosque here in Hausamadad is refurbished, and now we've done the school. So it shows just the great work that we're doing in here, also for the people.
The reopening of the school was a goal of the Strike Force and their partners from the start of their deployment.
It's huge. It's a huge thing. It's a huge plus for the unit. You know, it's a great accomplishment from us, from our ANA partner forces, and from our ANCOP partner forces. We couldn't do it without them.
For 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, I'm Sergeant Mike Monroe.
Strike Force, the education problem down here in Kandahar has really hurt the locals, and I'm glad to see we're doing something about that. Here's some more "Hey, how you doings" from the Strike soldiers.
Hi, Mom and Dad and Kristen, all my family. It's good to see you. Be seeing you soon. Everything's going well here. Also say hello to all my friends and stuff that are in Boynton Beach, Florida, and New York, and all over the country.
The families back home have been waiting and counting the days for their loved ones to return. And here to help us out with the reintegration process is Chaplain Joel Kelley.
Hi, I'm Chaplain Joel Kelley. I'm the 1st Strike Chaplain here at Kandarian with Delta Company. And today I want to talk about kids and reunion. Going home and seeing family and kids is an emotional, significant event for your kids, and they have a lot of expectations. They have their own thoughts and emotions, and sometimes it's easy for us as parents to forget that our kids, they have their own thoughts, their emotions, their own feelings, and about dad or mom coming home, and this event is also significant for them as well. Here's some things to keep in mind. If you have a child and the age is between 1 and a brand new newborn, just keep in mind that child that does not really know mom and dad just yet, and that's okay. It may take a couple of days or so for the child to warm up. They may be a little fussy at first, but that's okay. That's a normal part of coming home and having a newborn and having a parent that doesn't really know that newborn just yet. If you have a child between the ages of, let's just say, 1 and 4, they're going to have a whole list of emotions that they're going to feel. They might feel a little scared. They might feel a little bit insecure. They might feel guilty. They might feel a lot of things. But between that age, here's a good thing to think about as your loved one comes home. If you, as a parent who's at Fort Campbell now, is loving and affectionate and very nice and friendly to the parent coming home, the child will also naturally be very affectionate too. It may take a few hours, but if you're the spouse is very affectionate, the child will do the same thing. Keep in mind that you as a parent back at Fort Campbell has been the security for your child. You've provided, you've put them in bed, you've been their whole entire world. So if you're affectionate and you're very warm and embracing to your spouse, your child will do the same thing very quickly. For those who have kids between the ages of 5 and 12, they're going to want a lot of your time at first, especially your redeploying spouse's time. So here's a good idea. Have your family, have your kids, that is, spend the first couple of hours with your redeploying soldier. Let them get that out of the way soon and quick. So when they get their first couple of hours and then they go to bed, you as a couple will have plenty of time together. And that's a good way. Let them get that out. They're very excited. They're going to want a lot of time with your soldier. If your child is between the ages of 13 and 18, they're teenagers. Teenagers will have a list of things that they're going to experience. They might be moody. They might be excited. They might be a lot of different things. A good suggestion for your teenager is to provide some alone time with your spouse who's coming home. Go to a ball game. Go camping, fishing. Have your spouse take them out to dinner. Allow your teenager to express how they've changed. who they've become in the last 10 months, and it'll be a great reunion. With all things with kids, just remember to be patient, to give it some time, to remember that they're their own people too. They're humans just like you and I, and they're going to want some time, and they're going to have their own thoughts and feelings. But have a great reunion, share these expectations, and talk. Thank you.
Bada bing, sir. Great advice about a very important topic. Now, the Strike Brigade has a lot of soldiers working really hard to better the lives of the Afghan people. One individual really stands out. Sergeant Mike Monroe is going to tell you all about it.
For one of the soldiers in the brigade, performing his duties just isn't enough. Sergeant George Ellis of the S6 shop donates time and clothing to the people of the Zari district.
I make sure I come over here and talk with the elder. He has to okay it, you know. He's the one who says, okay, bring it on over, let's give it to everybody, and he's the one that we communicate with. So once he says it's a go, we bring the stuff over here, we get it lined up, we get it all straightened out, we get the kids from the school, we get the workers, we line them up and bring them in and try to give everybody a little bit of something, you know, what we can give them.
Sergeant Ellis has worked with the tribe elder to help out the people near Fob Pasab.
When I see them, I see that they don't have much, and Sergeant Ellis and his wife, they send boxes and help provide stuff for them, and that's a good thing. I think they'll be blessed for that.
Sergeant Ellis has taken the time to show that the Strike Brigade cares just as much about the people as they do about the completion of the mission. For 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, I'm Sergeant Mike Monroe.
Great story, Monroe. And Sergeant Ellis, you rock. Thanks to your help, the Strike Brigade has more friends here in Zari. Now let's take a look at some more Strike Soldier hometown shout-outs. Absolutely.
My name is Corporal Brandon Lucas. I'm with Charlie 526, 2nd BCT, 101st Division. I'd just like to give a shout out to my family, my daughter Haley, and my son Carter. I love you very much, and I miss you, and I'll be home soon.
Hi, my name is Private First Class Michael Rudisill from Gallup, New Mexico. I'm here with the 101st Airborne Division. It's an infantry unit with the 1st 50 Deuce. Just outside of Kandahar, here at Cop Candlay. I just want to say hi to all my family, friends, and let you guys know I'll be home soon. And take care. See you soon.
Explosive ordnance disposal teams have joined up with Combined Task Force Strikes Company D 150 Deuce. And what they've been finding out here in Zari District has been unfreaking believable. And that's why they're this episode's Heroes of the Day. Unbelievable.
Taking weapons out of the hands of the enemy is vital to saving lives. The men of Delta Company 1502 have been doing just that. Finding and reducing weapons caches all over their AO, they have earned the nickname Cache Kings.
It is crazy to think all the stuff that we've taken from the ground, and from what I've heard is most of the stuff that they bury is what they'll be coming back and using. So when you look at it from that perspective, it will be a safer area, like hands down. You know, even if we haven't come across like the enemy, but to take away their supplies is a pretty big deal.
Their most recent search turned up several large caches containing everything from hand grenades to 82mm recoilless rifle rounds.
We found probably well over 200 82mm recoilless rifle rounds, probably dozens of artillery projected munitions of various caliber, a few tank rounds, probably about 6 or 7 tank rounds. We found probably like close to 100 RPG rounds of various types, make, model, and origin.
Through their constant efforts, the men of Delta 1502 have truly earned their nickname and are doing their part in saving lives. For 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, I'm Sergeant Mike Monroe.
War Dogs, your finds are making Kandahar a safer place for Strike, our A&A partners, and the Afghan people. Keep doing what you're doing. Abso-freaking-lutely. Another intense unit here in Zari is Strike Cav's Chaos Company. Sergeant Mike Monroe has the action.
As a commander, I couldn't be happier. I know First Sergeant feels the same. We really let the soldiers do what they trained to do. Squad leaders led squads, platoon leaders led platoons, platoon sergeants fought that battle, so fed information out to the PLs, to me, and everything's just come together. The hard training, previous Chaos 6 put these guys through, really paid off.
That's what the Chaos Company commander had to say about his soldiers. Chaos Company has been operating all over the strike area of operations throughout the deployment.
The guys love it. You know, you are autonomous, you are that expeditionary role, you are pushing out, getting the resupply when you need it, and being able to really affect your battle space and not commute to work every day.
Chaos is the only infantry company in 1st Squadron 75th Cavalry Regiment and has had great success all over the district. Chaos is the only infantry company in 1st Squadron 75th Cavalry Regiment and has had great success all over the district. For 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, I'm Sergeant Mike Monroe.
Good deal, Monroe. And Chaos, you guys pump me up, you know that? Now, the regiment's history runs very deep and spans through many generations. Specialist Sean Denham knows exactly what I'm talking about. Here's this episode's Back in the Day.
On this episode's Back in the Day, we will look at more of Strike Brigade's history. On February 24th, 1942, the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment was constituted. On March 2nd, 1942, the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment was activated from the 502nd Parachute Infantry Battalion at Fort Benning, Georgia, and prepared to deploy to Europe during World War II. On February 23rd, 1943, after pushing the German lines back, the 502nd was sent back to Mormelin, France. On February 24th, 1991, the 502nd crossed into Iraq to begin the ground phase of Operation Desert Storm. The next day, the regiment conducted the largest air assault mission in military history to establish Forward Operating Base Cobra. On February 28, 1991, the ground phase of Operation Desert Storm ended after 100 hours. On January 17, 2004, the brigade conducted Operation Final Strike in Iraq, with 6 simultaneous cordon and search operations based on intelligence. The end result was the capture and detention of the top 2 targets out of 6 individuals, all who were former Fedayeen Saddam leaders. On February 1, 2004, Strike Brigade redeployed to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, after serving 12 months in Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. On February 12, 2009, Strike Brigade held a ceremony to remember fallen soldiers from Operation Iraqi Freedom, 2007 to 2009. A memorial was erected outside the brigade headquarters, listing the units that served under the brigade and the names of soldiers who were killed in combat during the deployment. The Strike Brigade adds to the history books while here in Afghanistan and will always remember back in the day. Strike.
You ain't kidding, Denham. The 2nd Brigade Combat Team is proud of its heritage, and not for nothing is adding to it every day here in southern Afghanistan. Well, as you can plainly see, the Strike Brigade is doing its part in Operation Enduring Freedom, and will continue to do so throughout its deployment. Much respect to the men and women of Combined Task Force Strike. Thanks for letting us tell your story, and thanks for all that you do. And remember, we are Strike soldiers. I'm Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade Public Affairs Office, and I'll talk to you later. Absolutely.